Alright, and welcome to today's episode. We are here on the Hermitpack server from Wells Night. And we are just fine-tuning some of our smeltery area here. And gonna get a few things done. We've got our smeltery down there just doing some sorting out an auto smelting, tripling a few of our ores, our gold and our iron, automatically comes in through this export here, and I need to get some filters set up so we've got a bucket of molten gold, some filters set up so that we can put in some of these tables here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to put this cast in here, and put this on here first, and we're going to disable this one so it doesn't connect to that drain right there. What we want to do is we want to extract, but we need a filter. So I need to put a filter on this one, and I know it can be done. Maybe it's the high pressure one that can do that. Let me grab my crafting grid as well. Fluid. I can't spell today. So we have our Ender IO fluid conduits, which we can also use. And let's just go and look at this. I know there's a filter on here that you can add to there. This is an Ender IO thing. Let's see if we can find this filter here. I think we need just this one right here. And wow. 1, 2. You know what? Let's just craft a stack of those. And let's just... It's going to be one of those days. There goes all my basic chests, but that's okay. So we need gold, copper, and iron. So we're going to get 3 of these. And we're going to see if we can get these put in there. Oops. Alright. So we've got our filter, and what you do on these filters is you, is it right click? Nope. Oops. Took out my automatic chest here, so everything is dropping into here. So let me do a little bit of digging here and see if I can get these filters to work here. And I will be back with you here in just a bit. Alright, welcome back here. So I was headed in the right direction. Pop that torturino off of there anyway. And it does require us to use these ender fluid conduits. So this one is going to be an insert only. And this one is going to be a extract, and what we're going to do is we're going to put just the molten gold into this one. And this is going to make sure I got my item in there. Alright, this is always going to extract just, and it's always active. So as long as there's gold in the system, it's going to come into this one. So we need to get our other 2 filters here. Yeah, let's see what else we got in the system here. I think we have, yeah, let's get some iron into here, into this next one. And that should fill up the bucket and drop it right into our, right down here. Awesome. Alright, so let's put iron on this one, simply because I don't have to remove that. And let's get our ingot cast in there as well. Alright. So this is going to be insert only, and this is going to be extract, and we're going to have that filter right there. That'll always be extracting. So awesome. So I'm going to set this to active with signal just so that I can get a filter of copper. So it's only going to have one of these active at a time, which is might be a pain, but at least what we'll be able to do here is not get them to do some weird duplication. Get partial filled in. It'll fill. Let's say there's a partial bucket of iron. So there's 8 millibuckets in there, right? 14 blocks, 2 ingots, and 8 millibuckets. What'll happen is that it'll automatically come into. Oh, really? Do we not have enough copper? Well, it doesn't look like we have enough copper. Alright, so let's see what we have at the bottom here. Iron. Let's pull out some more iron here. And see if we can get some copper in the system. So we'll keep dumping some. Might have to just do that too. Temporarily pull that out. Oh, I don't have enough room. Really? Oh, I know why. I was over at one of the other players here working on his system, and I had this with me, so I had programmed it over to his at that point in time. So let's see if we can get some. Alright, let's get everything out of here but the copper. There we go. And flip this back over to the copper at the bottom. And see if we can get this bucket to refill. There we go. So we just needed to get enough copper in there to fill it up. Alright, so we don't need this anymore. And let's get our ingot mold right there. And that'll connect up. And we need to get our Yeti wrench and turn that off. There we go. So now they're separated. So we don't get them to accidentally fill into each other. This one's going to be, again, insert only. And this one is going to be extract and copper. And we should be able to turn these all on always active now. And these should all just be slowly going through and putting their items into here. So we should start seeing some copper, some iron, gold will be coming here soon. Alright, these dump into the chest, and then what I got down below is that import. And 1 iron, 1 copper, 1 gold. And now we should be seeing this thing fill back up. Nice. And we will dump our other items back into the system. So we now have an extra bucket of iron, an extra bucket of gold, an extra bucket of copper, which we'll just leave in the system, no big deal, and some extra item upgrades. And those are for the items, not the fluids. So it's an interesting start for the day. Not exactly what I had planned. I have some work to do. We have some work to do over in the Nether. We are still pumping along here, but you can see that this is starting to run low. I'm not too super concerned about this. I'm going to go and what we're going to do is we're going to move our pump, but I'm going to set up a pump in a different location. We're going to use this angel block from Extra Utilities to help us set it up. But I'm not too concerned on the power just yet. We have some other rooms set up down here. I'm just going to run you through them here. Got some elevators set up as well. I'm going to take you down to the bottom floor here. And this is our reactor room that I can get turned on. I've kind of been turning this on and off as I need to, simply because I don't have all the good controls to automate the setup of it. These control rods right here can be adjusted dynamically depending upon the power requirements, and that's something I'm going to end up doing here. But for right now, I've got this sort of set up. It's built. It pipes the RF through up the system as we need to, but for the most part, I still want to try and rely on the lava function upstairs. This is the what I call the death room, which is where all of our spawners are at. We've got this all finished. We had this finished a while back. We got this all tied in, the elevator set up for it. I did set up some passive spawners over here. I can't turn that on. I don't really want to turn that on and draw the power until we get our lava set back up. But I've got a cow farm, a cow, a chicken. Oh, what else do I have in here? Just some of the passive mobs for leather, food, stuff like that, as well as our pigman and silverfish one over here. But what I'm going to do is I need to go and get our lava issue sorted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a handful of resources here, and then I will be back with you here in just a bit over in the Nether. Alright, and welcome to the Nether. So this is where we initially set up our pump back a couple episodes ago. And we've been still pumping along, and you can see it's still working. But you can kind of see that it's done a pretty good job draining everything in here. If we take a look out here, this is the row that it started on. All the way out here, it started out. Let's just fly up over here. Oops. Show you where we're at. Oops. There's a blaze shooting at me. So somewhere over here, underneath these emeralds right here, is where it started. And it just works its way across and goes all the way down, and puts in stone everywhere that it drains out lava, which is kind of nice. But you can see that it's done a pretty good job, gotten most of this all cleared, and it's about time for us to start up another one. So what we're going to do is I've already picked out another place for it. Give me some magma cubes. Come here, little guys. There we go. But we've already picked out another place for this, where we're going to install this, but we're going to do it a little bit different this time. Now that I know more about how that pump works, what all we need to do, we are going to do it a little differently. The setup is generally going to be the same. We're going to have the pump with a lava generator and piping it into this sort of buffer unit and so forth. But we're going to do it in a little bit better place. So if you take a look at let's take a look at the journey map here. And you can see I've already got it marked right over here. I got this big area that if we put this right here, we're going to set up a pretty good chunk of space. I don't want to do it too far into here. I've got another player right here who's got a little bit of a build out going on over here, and I kind of want him to have that and not dig too much into his space. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a room over here and put this up above the lava level, not down low like where we had it. All that's going to do is just put a room floating out there. I'm not going to make it pretty. I'm trying to get it away from my area and from his area. So you don't necessarily see it. You can see somebody else has already been doing the same kind of thing over there. So we're headed over there to that lava source. And what we're going to use is we're going to use this angel block. You can see this little build here that we've got setting up over here. He's sort of got the, let me pop in here and show you what this looks like. It's a really nice little build. He's got a smeltery out here. He's pumping lava into it. But sort of this nether forge kind of look and feel. Looks kind of nice. And I want to keep that lava feel for him, where he's tunneling stuff out at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and we're going to pump out this pool of lava right here. It's really the goal. And we'll even actually bring a teleporter in over here, I think. Shouldn't be a problem. as well. So, oh, bummer. Come on. So you can see here, I got this in my offhand. I got the salamander eye. The salamander eye basically keeps blazes away, but it also puts out fires as you walk towards them. So the ghast automatically his fireballs are coming back. But this is where we're going to put it. And this angel block is kind of cool because what you can do is you can place the block in midair. And now I've got a place that I can start building off of in midair to put my little lava storage room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this room up, and I'm also going to go, and I'm probably going to go make a secondary transporter, but I'm going to make it a private transporter on this one. You know, nobody. I don't want anybody coming to it and accidentally the thing being without power or anything like that. So don't want that to happen to anybody. That's just not good server community play. So I'm going to build this out. Probably going to get my builders one, so this doesn't take forever. Build up a little platform, and I'm going to actually move that, even though it's not done yet over there. Move our existing pump and so forth over to this area, and start them going over here. So let me go get that first little chunk of work done, and I will be back here with you in a bit. All right, and welcome back. So we are in our little cubby hole, and you can hear our gas outside. I might decorate this up, put in some iron bars in here so you can kind of see out what's going on. Be kind of interesting, not be able to get shot, but something different. Got everything set up here. Didn't take nearly as much trial and error as it did the last time. Got these starting to generate up. It's going to draw into this one first, and then it should start filling this one, and then this one. So technically, if we wanted to teleport home, we could. Nope, not quite enough juice. Just got to get these all filled up. There's that one. So this is the next one to start going. And this right here, this poor lava generator is just pumping along. This is going to stay full first, and then this one. So once these are full, then it'll just sit there pretty easily. Just hope I don't run out of lava first. Oh, that wouldn't be good. But it should be down there draining. And let's take a quick gander and see if we can see where. It's probably out there somewhere, would be my guess, that it would start draining first. So it may be a little bit before we start seeing this. And if I need to go fill this up, I can definitely do that. That's not a big deal. Just to get it all primed and running. I might just go grab one of the interdimensional transceivers, get these all loaded with juice so they don't draw anymore. And like I said, once these are all filled up, kind of in good shape, sort of just priming this whole area. I think what I'm gonna go do next is go get some facades, fill this all in just to make it all look clean. Since I can't put the blocks on there, but I could definitely put the facades on there so you don't see this at all. So let me go do that. Let me also gonna go load up, go get me another load of lava right here real quick into another one, and I will be, let's see if I can teleport home. Oh. Okay, let me go run back home through the portal, and I will be back with you here in just a second. Alright, and welcome back. So, we're starting to get a little bit of a buffer built up here, I hope. Trying to get this thing pumping along here. It's generating quite a bit. I've got another fluid tank ready to go, just in case we need it. But I got this all laid in. Got these things all charged up, and what I did is, you can see here, I've got my Yeti wrench. So I've got this conduit in place. You can kind of see where it was at. If you've got the Yeti wrench in your hand, the facade's disappeared. You can kind of see what's going on. But what I did is I put a capacitor bank right back in there. That way there's always a charge of power for the transporter, and if necessary into the pump. But I don't think the pump is needed. It just needs to slowly start getting there. The lava generator is going to be building up to capacity here, hopefully here relatively soon. Once we get that thing built up, I think we're going to be okay. May have to come back a little more babysit into it just to get this thing all primed up and running as it's starting to figure out where it's going to be pumping this stuff into. So we should be in good shape here. Hopefully this configuration works. If not, I'll definitely come back and do it. What may be happening is that because this is drawing from the tank and this is trying to feed into it as well, we're not getting enough lava into the generator. But looks like everything is going. This is going pretty slow. Hopefully we'll build up a buffer here. If not, we'll make some tweaks and adjustments to it. But that is all I'm going to have time for today. Love to hear your feedback on this. I know this wasn't really a super fancy build. All we did was just move our lava gathering over. But I'd love to hear your comments. You can leave them down below. As always, you can find me on Twitter at a wandering nerd. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. But until then, this is a Wandering Nerd.